Hello everyone, and welcome to spring in Voyager Valley. This season has been so jam-packed full of things. I'm actually at the end of the episode right now, and I'm going to narrate you through this entire episode. So if you like this new format for this docu-series, let me know in the comments below. But we are officially making it into one of my favorite seasons in the entire valley, spring in Voyager Valley. Every spring you see an explosion of wildlife happen here in the valley, and this spring's been no different. There's been so many more birds, with us almost documenting 15 new species here in the valley over this course of the spring. And then also we have seen so many more bunnies this spring, which has been a welcome surprise. And actually earlier this spring in April, there was a little bunny hit off into our houses. So we were able to pick it up, make sure it was okay, and then we relocated it here right next to the teepee. So it's fun just to be able to do this kind of stuff because that's active conservation happening in real time here in the valley. Earlier in the season, we also planted some wildflowers, which they're growing very nicely right now. And even the second year garden that we planted last year is having all sorts of new blooms like blue flax and lance leaf corpicoa. So it's super fun to see all the different plants starting to grow and bloom along the pond edge, wetlands, and here at the teepee. Another cool thing about the valley here is that you can observe seasonal change really well. So like if you remember the winter episode earlier, all just completely white everywhere. And then in the de-thaw episode, we saw it kind of wake up and get a little bit more muddy and everything was tan. But now here in early June, everything is starting to bloom, grow, everything's super green, and all the trees behind us here are really full, which allows for all the wildlife and birds to come back. And we're even starting to see nesting season here soon. So I'll be talking about that in the next clip. Seeing new life in the valley is a huge sign of spring, with my cousin who maintains all the wood duck houses sending me pictures of the different ducks inside the houses and the eggs, and it's super exciting just to wait for that day when hopefully all the eggs hatch. And this spring was a very successful year, which we saw some hooded merganser chicks for the first time in 2 years down in the pond, and then we saw some goslings waddling up into the valley just yesterday. So it's super exciting to be able to see all the new life that the valley can provide in just 1 year. The hardest part about the valley is maintaining the teepee. So every single day I come over here with a wagon with 15 gallons of water in it to water our wildflowers and our newly planted tree, which is looking a bit on the rough side. But then we also come over here, weed everything. We seeded some grass earlier this season. We put some mulch down on the garden beside me here. It's been a lot of work, but hopefully we'll be able to see the fruits of our labor a little bit later on into summertime. So you have to stay tuned for that episode coming very soon. This spring, the valley hit 90 species for an 11-acre area, so that is a super good surprise that we've gotten this spring. But it's not just wildlife that you see here in the valley. There's all sorts of different native wildflowers that we've planted and that are naturally growing around the pond, and we're just starting to create a census of those, so maybe later on into the season we'll be able to get a full comprehensive list of all of the fauna and flora inside the valley. Spring in the valley is by far one of my favorite seasons, from the eruption of songbirds to the grasses and every single plant coming back. It is a super exciting and jam-packed season. We have even more color and bright displays coming later on this summer, so you'll have to stay tuned for that video. If you ever wish to visit Voyager Valley, if you're in the Minnesota area, type Voyager Valley TP on Google Maps and you'll find yourselves right here where I am standing. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned for our future videos as summer is just rolling around, and we will see you in the next video. See you then.